Greetings everybody, Captain Comedy here with today's video. I want to make a video because I need help and I want to tell my story of what's going on with the world. Um, for those who don't know me, my name is Captain Comedy. That is my YouTube name, my made up name, my persona, OC, or whatever the word it could be. Uh, it's basically based on One Piece. I grew up in One Piece, it's my favorite thing ever. And I'm a pirate. And I am troubled by the world. But I want to explain my story first. My name is Captain Comedy. My purpose that I feel like for myself, that my reason for living worldly is to make people smile. Like Luffy. He is literally, I don't know if y'all have spoilers or not at this point, but this is going to be spoilers and non-spoilers. That, Luffy is the sun god Nika, which is the sun god of liberation. And I want to do what Luffy does. Make people smile. He made me smile through difficult times growing up. And I admire him. And I want to be like him. Make people smile. Do the right thing. Even if the world hates me for it, I'm still going to do it. Now, thing is though, when we come to the world, I see a lot happening. And with my story, it's that, I graduated high school with basics, B's and C's. I was supposed to go to college, but then my program that I was in, that was by my district, just didn't exist after COVID. It was gone, so it was like, it just bummed me out. I just decided to not go to college like I was supposed to, which the career I was going for was computer engineering, which is or program engineering, should I say, because like I liked video games growing up because I never really had them. We could afford them, but it is what it is, Everybody's different growing up, and I like video games. Like today, I bought 3 video games from GameStop: BioShock Infinite, Super Lucky Tales, and Bloodstains. As you can see, I'm going to cover up some of these so that my info doesn't get leaked. As you can see, I got these today. And it will go exactly a year from now because I got the warranty on it. And, I didn't think much of life. That I just worked at retail for a year. That didn't change my perspective. I was still young. And then I worked in a warehouse. I still am in a warehouse. I work for Amazon. I can't say anything because I'm still with that company, but basically whatever you hear, it's true. Don't even question it. Don't doubt it. If you heard worse stories, that can't be true. It's true. Don't even question it. And I remember the mindset when I first got into the warehouse gig, and it was different, very different. And then throughout the times, it changed. And I don't know how this works, but think of it like this: I technically got into an accident. Someone hit me. I didn't hit them, but I was an idiot and I gave them my insurance and I got their insurance, so that's why it was like 50-50. And it's like throughout events, throughout life, it feels like something unlocked. Or I'm like, hey, my life was never the same after that. Like it was just a scratch on my door and tire, right? Like it wasn't anything major that was like life threatening or like anything at all. It was like moments that like unlock and unlock and unlock, and I'm like, life shouldn't be like this. And I don't know, I'm tired of life. I see life and I question life now. Before I didn't. I just went with the flow, right? Like I didn't even bother questioning really anything. And with my ex, she knew a lot more about this. She was like a liberal, cared about politics and everything, versus me, not so much, because the way I see it, it's the same wing of the bird, and I'm not a fan of what's going on in the world, so I try not to get involved in it. And the way I'm seeing things right now, and I'm understanding and I'm questioning life, because this cannot be my purpose. It's just to work, have a house that's not possible, living in an apartment that's probably not possible, it's not my own, I see people buy land, they can't do anything with it. You can have a car, but like I bought a Mustang off the street instead of dealership because I'm not paying payments, even though I could financially since I'm 21, I'm young, and I bought one off the street because I thought, hey, be better, right? And then I had it for a full year, right? I bought it for like 2.5K. Then I spent money on it, and it's working now, but it's still a Ford. But I have to pay every year to renew it. But I'm like, why am I renewing it? It's mine. I bought it like with cash, like literally paid it off. Like it's mine. It's used. It's like 20 years old. But the government still wants me to pay this much. I think it's stupid because it's my car. I bought it. It's mine. It's 20 years old. Why am I paying taxes for something like 20 years old? Doesn't make sense. It's literally like technically classic and outdated, but it still does its job, right? And then I see the rest of the world, what's going on with the politics and everything, and it's like it's not like I don't care. It's just I'm tired. It's like no matter what political party you are, on the right, left, it's the same. There's always problems on both sides. No matter what we did to vote, it was not fair. People said, oh, the left was going to win, which mathematically I thought it was. Like, I generally thought, oh, yeah, we witnessed 2016. That was when I was like, what? Middle school? High school? No. I was like middle school I was in, right? Like, growing up, I didn't care about politics. The only thing I actually started questioning politics and getting into it was when Barack Obama, right? Because like, that was like very important for everybody, right? Now, throughout that time period, I was like stupid, I didn't really care. High school still stupid. Now I am stupid, but it's like I'm waking up to like, hey, this ain't right. No matter how you live, it ain't right. Go to school, go to college, get a career, go to a trade job, you name it. It's not enough. It will never be enough. And I question, what's my point of living? Like, for example, my bed's a mess. I just organized it. But, for example, I literally bought school supplies again so I can, like, practice my studies that I do for writing. But instead, I did it physically now because I'm tired digitally because I keep being distracted. So I decided to go back to physical stuff because, think about it. People are relying on AI, ChatGPT, and everything else, right? But there was a time where R.L. Stein made these books without technology. Like, there was a time when authors did this without the way we have now. You just gotta study and do it, right? But now we rely on this, right? Like YouTube and everything, which is fine. It helps you, but I prefer to do it without, right? Now, the question I have in life is, what do I do? What's my purpose? I'm done in life. I genuinely don't want to be here in America, Canada, China, Japan, the UK. It doesn't matter where you go, what state you live in, anywhere you do it, off the grid, on the grid, in the forest, in Antarctica, you name it. It's the same thing. There's problems no matter where you go. And I'm a Christian. I don't follow worldly things. Like, for example, I feel like I talk about this maybe a bit much or something. A lot of people tell me I talk about too much. But one topic is LGBTQ. Not a fan. I understand the reasonings, but it doesn't make it right because you were living worldly, not spiritually. Now, as a Christian, the Bible tells us how to live and everything. It literally gives you the structure on how to do everything. But if we live worldly, it doesn't work. And even though it may feel happy and natural and all this type of stuff, it's still not right. And I'm just tired of like the laws and everything. Like, what do I do? People are protesting voting. What is it? I'm not shopping in certain places, right? Like, they just refuse to shop at Walmart because it took a DEI, Target, you name it, right? But here's the thing. For example, let's say Walmart, Target, and like a bunch of stores took out DEI, right? Now, the thing is though, my cousin was fired because of DEI, right? And he was like, oh, he was bummed out. He did all this training to get into this specific job, And then after all that, like literally a day within hire, like not even 24 hours, they fired him because of DEI. Like it was like that, right? And then right now here's a job, right? But he's been always in this one type of job. Like he's never been. Oh yeah, I worked at retail. That I switched to computer science and then engineering. No, like he did this one job. Always did this. Never did any job to my knowledge. He's just did this job from like the lowest pay and keeps going up to this type of job from different companies. But it's like, hey, same job, just keep going. Then you stop. You go back down here for a while, but he's doing fine. He's doing everything he can. And it's like, well, he got affected, but he's not protesting or anything. That's life. You're gonna go through hardship, and then he finds a new job, same type of job, but different one, right? Now, for example, you can protest by not going to these places, Walmart, Target, you name it, right? Oh, I'm not gonna shop at Walmart. I'm gonna shop at Albertsons because they have DEI, right? That's what my ex did. Like she did the studies and everything, but it's like from what I understand, you can do everything you can. It will never be enough because it's all controlled by one person, one organization, politically, medically, historically, everything. So it's like, why? Why am I here? What am I doing? Like, for example, Kirkland. I shop at Costco. I literally went today because I had to buy stuff in bulk. But I don't shop there every day. It's mainly for like big stuff like water, toilet paper, paper towels, plates. Oh, just go to Walmart. Well, yeah, but it's like if I'm at Costco and I gotta buy stuff in bulk, and maybe there'll be something good there. Like I bought this literally today. Where is it? Where is it actually? Is it on there? Where did I put it? I can't. Oh no, here it is. Wait, I bought this 32 degree company. Yeah, 32 degrees. Like it's like a vest, like a just a vest, right? So you don't like wearing long sleeve jacket. It's just a vest, so you like stay warm. But the thing is though, for example, if you stop shopping at Walmart because of DEI, right? And then you shop at Costco because you support DEI, right? But they still sell the food items that are not good. For example, water and water bottles. We know this is microplastics. This is killing us. Everything in this world kills us. Everything kills us. None of this is godly or biblically or spiritual. It's like, hey, vitamins. How many vitamins are in this actually? Energy, metabolism, immune health, metabolism support, overall well-being. A bunch of ingredients. Not sure how this stuff works, but think about it. If we take this to survive, which I have to at this point, because anything that we have daily does not help us, benefit us, or anything, and then it's like, okay, we're gonna stop shopping at Walmart, DEI, and then shop at Costco. But hey, microplastics. But then again, hey, I heard that Kirkland, Walmart, Aquafina, I think it's Dasani, Fiji, like all these types of waters are using tap water. It's not filtered. It's recycled. It's not even recycled. It's like, hey, it's sewage water, and we're drinking sewage water and microplastics. So it's like, hey, we could stop shopping at Walmart, but then the bad water brand is at Costco too, because it's Kirkland brand, then Walmart brand, great value. And it's like, well, what do I do? They're both bad. Everything's bad. Like no matter what you do, it's bad. For example, McDonald's, Burger King, every fast food joint, we know it's not real food. There's not enough cows. There's not enough everything. You cannot tell me we have this much. But hey, what do? Nothing. We can't do anything. Nobody questions it. Like for example, my dad is a lot older than me, right? He's like 50s. I think what 50? No, like 56 right now. I can't remember. He's twice my age, right? I'm 21. The thing about that is he had McDonald's in the past growing up, and he's like, I have to go wait. That's not what I remember it being like. Like he knows it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same food. It's not the same anything, and nothing changes. Well, nothing stays the same, but it's like, he's like, this tastes off. Like it's not the same. A lot of people notice that, right? And then, like, we know it's not real food. You can eat a McDonald's burger, it doesn't decay. We have evidence like, hey, it's been like 30 years, it still has to decay. No mold, nothing. Yeah, everything is bioengineered at this point. Because, like I said, we don't have anything good anymore. And it's like, well, like I said, if you do DEI this, it doesn't affect that. So it's like, there's going to be problems with fast food companies, medication, people. Like right now, I have a question. If people do not like the creator of Harry Potter, because from what I understand, I literally just understand this year, like not even like a couple months ago, like barely knowing it, that the creator goes against LGBTQ, right? Saying a trans woman is not a woman. Well, a trans woman is not a woman. That's what I understand. Because God created male and female. Everything you did was unnatural because you had to modify yourself and tell yourself this. It's just not normal. Nothing in this world is normal. We're being controlled and trained to do certain things. Now, for example, I have a dog. He is mixed Yorkie Terrier. And he's still a dog. No matter what it is, it's still a dog. Because think of it. If you were to modify a dog and make it into a cat, you're telling me, oh, it's no longer a dog. That is a cat. Would you do that to an animal in today's day and age? No, you wouldn't. It's like, oh, it's animal cruelty. It's not normal. But if we do it to a human, it's normal. It's acceptable. Mm-mm. And think about it. Let's say you were able to do that. Surgically, scientifically, it wouldn't be right. Because think about it. If my dog hears me at the door or hears the doorbell, he immediately jumps and guns it to the door. Because that's his instincts. It's in his DNA, and you cannot modify that. Well, yes, you can, because nowadays, getting is out of control. Do you need 5 of them? No. Was it real? Not likely, I'm assuming. What I understand is 2 things. I heard one person ate a bat, then it spread. And then one of them was man-made. I generally don't know what the answer is. But I think I remember biblically, I think it was very near the beginning of the Bible. I don't remember passages. I have ADHD. My brain doesn't register. But the thing is like eating bats is biblically wrong. Like there are animals we cannot eat. It's just generally wrong. Now, like I said, if we continue to live the way we live, it's pointless. We have to live biblically, spiritually, Christianity, because it's the only one true religion. Because think about it. If you live in a world where every religion is acceptable, everybody's beliefs is acceptable, but mine isn't, wouldn't that just show mine's right? Because I'm being the most hated on? You hate Christianity, you can mock Christianity. Nobody bats an eye. No one. But if I was to go against a certain religion, like Buddhism or any other religion, oh, I'm getting hateful, or I hate this organization, but I'm like, I'm not. Like, you have your beliefs, and I have mine. I know people say there's no hate like Christian love, but it's like, if you love somebody, you tell them what they don't want to hear. My dad, growing up, taught me things that I did not want to learn. I'm like, I don't want to drive like this. I don't want to do this. I want to do that. But now I'm like, hey, he was doing the best for me, and I had to listen, regardless of if I didn't like it. And I appreciate it. It's the truth. And, for example, the Olympics that happened this year, the 2024, they mocked the Last Supper. They brought out the bronze bull and one of the horsemen of the apocalypse. That is biblically in the Bible. Maybe not many people know the Last Supper, the betrayal of Jesus, right? And they snitched on him. Or the bronze bull, which people worship, which is the story of like ideology. And then the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, because you're gonna hear trumpets, right? You're gonna hear 7 trumpets, 7 warnings, 7 signs, and God's gonna come, like Jesus is gonna come, not for peace, but with a sword, because God died for our sins. Jesus died for our sins, right? And then you think he's gonna come back and do the same thing? No. He told us what happened. He gave us what he did, and it was up to us to fix that, right? But look at the world we live in. I feel like, what am I doing? What do I do daily? Like, for example, I bought these 3 games today at GameStop, right? Because I had points at the monthly discount, right? Now, I see these and I see everything I have in my room, which is worldly, right? Like, I got Pokemon cards, lanyards from the anime conventions I've been to, coins, books, video games, Funkos, anime, manga, and it's like, well, I keep living like this, and I keep living worldly. I have worldly things. Everybody has something they enjoy, right? But don't we agree, like, this is like trapping us or like slowing us or anything? Because think about it. There's a bunch of shows we watched growing up that a lot of people do not remember. For example, Cubics was my all-time favorite growing up on Saturday. I think it was like Warner Brothers for Kids, I think it was. Or I think it was like some show like Vortex or for kids. It was like one of those kid shows that don't exist no more, right? And think about it. I grew up on Cubics. It's like literally 24 episodes. It's not even from America. It's like what Korean, Filipino. It's not even a show for us. It's just aired here right now. I have an obsession with that as a kid. Like, I loved it. It's like the character's literally based on like a Rubik's cube, and I liked it. You know, it was a good show. I liked it. Nowadays, I'm like, I don't even think about it, do anything about it. It's like, hey, it's like a long time ago. Like, I don't ever remember most of it. But it's like, I know that was a good show. And it's like, if we keep doing that with everything that's happening now, it's the same process. You find a show, you love it, you get distracted, you work all day, you're tired at the end of the day, you don't have energy, so what do? You watch a show. You could have done something else, but you watched a show. We could have done something else, I chose to play video games. I could have done something else, I chose to watch anime, read manga, study in a way, but it's like, it doesn't get you anywhere, because you're still working for something that's not even guaranteed. Like, for example, I'm a first generation Mexican. My parents and everybody came here for our lives. So it's up to us, my family, you know, to do what we have to do. But it's like, my mom went to college, became a nurse. Not like a nurse, but like the ones you see in offices, small offices. And she like, 1-2 years of studies, right? And she moved to where we are at now. And it's difficult. So she kind of did what she wanted, but she didn't do what she wanted. It was the same field, but not the same position. And she did that for a while. And then she had me. And then it stopped. Then she became a mother. And then, thing is, she did exactly what she was told to do. What she can do. She came here to do what she could have done. She did what she could have done. But it wasn't properly enough. Like, she did it, but it wasn't like advertised. So it's like, I don't know. I'm gonna become a writer because I feel like today's day and age, kids are just it's like that's ruined generation in like many ways. And I want to protect the kids because I want them to have the childhood I grew up with. You know, you should go outside, have fun. No technology, nothing. People don't know how to raise kids. And it's like a bunch of loopholes, a bunch of faults and everything. But it's like, I don't understand the world that we live in. And I'm tired. I don't want to be here. I literally thought about studying Japanese to move to Japan. Because I'm like, hey, at least over there, the workforce is, everybody can do the same thing. It's hard to get fired, hard to quit. It's one and done with the guarantee work. But the suicidal rate there is high because of the work. There's Studio Ghibli over there. I'm like, it's good enough for me, but it's like, no matter where you go, there's problems. China, Japan, UK. And you know in the UK, it's a crime to pray. Huh? It's a crime to be a Christian. It's a crime if you pray. Even silently, just, it's a crime. No matter where you go in this world, there's like bad people controlling people. It never ends. Like, for example, see this show. You're going to love it. It's going to wake you up. I guarantee it. You know what? I watched the show completely through. Didn't wake up. Started rewatching it. It wakes me up. I love this series because I'm a pirate. I am not a Revolutionary Army. I am not a Navy. I am a pirate. I don't follow Revolutionary. I don't follow the Navy. You know? I follow no one. I follow God. And if you follow Christianity, you're going to be free, like I am almost. Because, think about it. God gives you structure, the layout, the lessons, everything. But the world does the exact opposite. It doesn't promote any of that. It tells you, oh, you can just do this to yourself and it's fine. Or do this. And people make it into like the laws and humanity and the culture and everything, which I understand. There's history, there's showings, but just because there's history on this, it still doesn't make it right. For example, a topic could be, like I said, LGBTQ and how gender is a social construct that's been happening throughout years and changes. Because, like, for example, my ex told me that boys used to wear dresses, and then I think it was like what pink used to be our color and blues was for women, right? Then it switched, right? And it's like, yeah, it may be like a social construct now, worldly, but like biblically, it tells us that a man does not dress feminine, and then a woman does not dress masculinity, right? Like I do not dress like a woman does not dress like a man, for we have our roles, and that's how we are. And we have our certain jobs and everything, and it's like, I'm not trying to be mean, misogynistic, or whatever the word is, or offending, like I never do on purpose, but it's like, we have our life and we have our rule. We gotta follow it. But the world does everything to throw out of place and normalize sin that nobody really realizes. And even if you were to go like not even biblically, like I said, you can tell nothing here is right. Like absolutely, like at all. It's like not even right. And I'm tired of this. And I generally don't know what to do. I could study, be a writer, try to publish a book, and then what else? Like what do I do then? Because I have to work the 9 to 5 to live, and then I have to do the 5 to 9 to study, to do something that's a gamble that you don't even know is going to get you in. Because like you can go to college. My mom went to college. She did everything to become a nurse, and she technically didn't do that. You can save up and buy a house. I know a lot of people have lost their house due to rent, poor financial choices, kids, you name it. You can follow the world's protocol, and it's never going to be right. And I question, what do we do? Like, what do I do at this point? I really need help, and I really want to wake people up, because think about it. History repeats itself every 100 years, and I didn't even, like, I knew that, but it's like I didn't question it till COVID, because I'm like, oh, COVID. And then I remember I had some family members saying, oh, it's normal. It's just history repeating itself. I'm like, huh? Yeah, we already had COVID before. It's just history repeating itself. Like, think about it. It's 2025. With the current elections and current everything, because it's like no matter who you vote for, they're both bad. You know, they're both bad. And a lot of people can rely on a certain, or the other one, because, well, it brings you comfort. It's saying it's the truth. It helps you. Like, yes, it could help you. And it will help you. It helps the people out to a certain degree. But we all know that majority of them do not help you, regardless of the party. Because, what was it? I literally had it. Like, so history repeats itself every 100 years. It's 2025, right? 15 more years to 2040. And what happened in the 40s? What happened in the 30s? What happened in the 20s? It's happening all over again. It doesn't change. It just repeats itself. Same methods, different methods. No, same methods, different procedure. If they were able to do it without technology, think about how we're doing it now with technology. Think about it. It was a revolutionary that we could have technology. But look where we are now. For example, people are complaining, oh, it scans your face now in a camera. We have to have a microchip in here. just to buy groceries and everything, right? That's pretty demonic. But yet, nobody bats an eye when you have face unlock on your phone or thumbprint ID. Nobody bats an eye. Because I'm like, why does my phone need my fingerprint? Because I wanted an iPhone growing up. And I thought it was cool that I can just use my fingerprint. Like, hey, look, it's like we're living in the future. And then I'm like, yeah. Well, I'm like, I never had an iPhone, so I never questioned it. And then it's like, well, I think iPhones suck. They're slow. It's overpriced, slow, and everything. And it's a bad person creator. I was like, every company, medically food store, like, it's all. It doesn't matter what you do. It's all horrible. So like, as much as you want to boycott and protest and like go against them, how can we if everything is controlled? And like I was saying before, like we've been doing this, but very low. Now they're just doing it. But now it's like I said, hey, we've been knowing this, that they were gonna do this for like the longest time. And even though I didn't care politically, I still was like, oh yeah, that's cool, but do I want to give the government my ID? And think about it. It's my chapstick's right here. Think about it. You can use voice to saying, hey this, hey that. Why do I have to register my voice? Couldn't it just use that voice? Oh, for privacy reasons, so nobody can use your phone. It's my phone. If I'm using it, I'm using it. If I'm giving it to somebody else, they can use it. Like, it doesn't make sense, right? And then, for example, certain companies, like, hey this, to like, not on your device, but like an actual thing, right? And it's like, my mic, right here. Let's say it's a certain product name, like the company I work for. Or any company. You can say, hey this, tell me the weather. Hey this, what's going on in Texas? Or hey this, what's going on in Florida? You name it, right? Now, we knew they were hearing us. Everything that's for our benefit, for us, it's not good. As if it's free, there's a price. For example, if there's free stuff or a free thing going on, I have to waste my time, gas money, possibly money, spending anything else on the way, and just like it's not free. It was never free. If it was free, is it? No. There's a catch. There's always a catch in this world, no matter what you do. And like I said, we're living in a time where we kind of did this to ourselves. We just agreed. It's for the better technology, different phone companies. But it's like, there don't have to be different ones. There can be just one. But I'm like, yeah, I understand. But it's like, I generally don't know what to do. Like, I'm generally lost. I care. But it's like I said, I can do everything, and it doesn't do anything. Like, literally. Isn't it, like, we did this, we followed this, and then what do we get? Scrap. For example, they don't care about us. We'll send money to little hat people, and then what do we get? Scraps. Oh, there's a flood. Give him a week's paycheck. The fact that they send them that little of a money, I'm like, I can make that in a week, and maybe a smidge bit of overtime just to make that. And you send me that one check to that, just that's it. And then we have all these types of resources to send everywhere else but us. And the thing is, like, different states, different things, right? Like, I live in Vegas, and then California is different, Texas is different, Ohio, Arizona, Utah, Oklahoma, Dakota, like a bunch of places have different laws, right? Now, I understand it's good enough to care, but here's the thing. If there's something going on in Texas, Florida, Oklahoma, Ohio, Arizona, Dakota, I've been to Arizona, I got family there. I've been to Oklahoma, I've been to Utah. I traveled every chance I could get to see my buddy graduate from the military, like Dakota, if I was not mistaken. And I drove 3 days to and back, right? And there's a bunch of laws and rules in those states. And I don't know those rules or laws because it's not my state. Why would I know or care? That's what I believe. Because, like you said, you can protest against everything, but every company's the same. People can say, oh, Apple does this. I'm like, yeah, Apple does that. You're overcharging for the same phone. That's not even good. Still your information, still your account, everything. And then when we do, like the company's bad, the creator's bad, everybody's bad, doesn't matter. So it's like, hey, I'm a Motorola. If the new law goes in and Google and YouTube, am I going to stop this? No, I'm still going to do this. Kind of. If it requires me to do my ID, I refuse to do it. If I got to get this thing here to buy, sell ID, I'm not doing it. I don't care. I live biblically. I live Christian. People can call me crazy, but you need to stop living worldly and just live by the Bible. Have faith, believe in it, read it, and give it a chance. You will understand it's the best. It will help you. Because like I said, you live by the world, you get punished by the world. For example, like I said, McDonald's, there's not enough cows. And I remember seeing the missing poster boards every time at Walmart. Not a coincidence. It's not. And then think about it. When was the last time you saw construction for a graveyard? I haven't seen any. We have enough money for apartments, but never seen a graveyard. And nobody questions an eye. Nobody bats an eye. And people saying, oh, we just cremate them and put them in a jar. But it's like, is that guaranteed? Like, did you see that? Because bones don't melt. They have to get crushed. And you can't do it 100%, from what I understand. You just can't. And think about it. The food, the land, the sources, everything. It just doesn't make sense. And it's not like I don't care, but it's like, what can I do? I've done stuff to help, biblically and spiritually, and do what I can. But it's like, if something's going on in a different state, and I can't do anything, what am I gonna do? If something's going on in the UK, what do? Like, I don't know. Send money, but it's like, we are, but it's not making a dent. Or we are doing this, but it doesn't affect it. It's like, I don't know. And I'm generally scared. I don't know what to do. I don't know what my purpose is at this point. It's like, I can't keep living like this. I'm sorry. But, like I said, if YouTube does the thing with ID, I'm doing Twitch. So if I just stop one day, I'll just find me on Twitch, and I'll just do Twitch. And it's like, well, I can do Twitch, but Twitch is owned by Amazon, and Amazon's a bad company. Trust me, I work there. Everything you hear there, it's true. Don't even question it. Don't question it. But I'm like, oh, I heard this rumor that this happened. Is that true to this person? 127%. Is it true that this happens to the packages or the trucks or anything at all? 100% true. Don't even question it. Not a good company. I highly don't recommend working there. Because I do. I'm 21. I feel 37 years old. My knuckles hurt that I gotta do this to massage my hands because of the work that I do. I'm losing my hearing. I generally don't even have good vision no more. I don't even know what's because of my own fault or not. I don't even do technology a lot. But like I said, everything's against you. You can't do anything no matter what. And I generally don't know. But I have faith in the Lord. I'm a Christian. I have lost friends. I have lost my girlfriend. I have lost everything almost because I can't do things worldly. I have to do things spiritually. People say it's dumb. I'm like, yeah, somewhat is. That's for the greater good, you know? You have to give up everything in the world to gain Jesus. And it hurts me now because I miss my ex. I love her dearly. I still do to this day. I don't know how to get over her. I don't know if I ever will get over her. Or I generally don't know. But it's like, I want to help people, but they don't want the help that I offer because it's not worldly. Like, I can tell them, hey, don't support this organization. Why? It doesn't make sense biblically. It makes sense worldly, and you can do whatever you want, but it doesn't make sense. And then It's like, oh, you could watch this show, but I'm like, why would you watch that show? It doesn't make sense. Like, as a Christian, I know it sounds dumb to y'all, but I'm generally caring for y'all, and I love y'all. That I would tell you this over and over again, even though, hey, you get tired of it. Guess what? I am too. But it's like, I need to save you because I want to save you. I don't want to hurt you. I want to help you. For example, people could think LGBTQ saved their lives. Okay, let me give you an example. I always wanted tattoos growing up. Think about it. When I was in middle school and high school, I wanted my ears pierced. Like, I already, like, see, I have, like, detached ears, right? Like, I can get, like, that little piercing right here. You know, I can, like, detach the skin or get, like, a giant piercing or a spike or something, right? I generally can, because, like, that's the way my ear is, right? Just a detached ear, right? I think detached ears, like, what, 1 in 5 people? Like, it's, like, not very common. It's, like, uncommon, I think it is, right? Because you just have, like, extra flab. No purpose. It just exists, right? I could have gotten ear piercing saying, oh, that's going to make my life cool. It's going to make my life easier. I am 21 years old. I do not want any body modifications at all. I do not want tattoos. I do not want piercings. I want nothing. And that's exactly the mindset I'm telling you. You can think to yourself, I need to fit in. This is going to save me. It will not save you. It will not do anything to you. My people say it has. I'm like, all right, it has for you. For others, it will not. And for you, maybe you will regret that decision. Because I know people out there that I've seen on social media that have done it for a decade and they regretted it. A lot of people are saying that within that same community are saying it's a lie. Like, I'm like, hey, you're hearing it from them, a group of people, and you still want to do this because it's unworldly. You don't do that to yourself. You don't mutate. And I don't think it's right. We all have a function. Now, people can say, hey, the math is mathing, right? Because, like, hey, these two people are together and they're fine. They have a kid. Nothing should be wrong. We're not hating on them. I'm like, okay. But is that kid struggling on certain things? Because a father, it needs to be a father, and a mother needs to be a mother. That's the layout. There is no other layout. You can't. You can not recommend it because you're saying, hey, that kid struggled with certain things because they didn't have this parental figure in their lives, right? Well, yeah, because there's some things I have to do that my partner cannot do because I have my reasons and goals. The partner has other reasons and goals. Like, my job is to protect and provide and help and lead. For that's my goal. Not my goal. That's my job. That is my objective, right? That's the way I'm supposed to be. My job is to protect, provide, lead. If my kid wants to do a bad decision, I'm going to tell my kid, hey, you can't do that. Why? You don't understand it, but it's for your better, it's for your own good. Because we understand that. That kid doesn't. So when you show a kid worldly things thinking it's okay, it's not. It's not okay. And then a mother is supposed to care, teach, love the kid. And like I said, we're supposed to do things biblically because marriage is a commitment where two become one until death do you part, right? Everybody knows that because that's something you do biblically. But people think it's just a worldly thing, but it's not. It's a biblical thing. But we made it a worldly thing. Because the world government has to step in and do paperwork in courthouses, but like you don't have to do that. You just gotta do things biblically. But the world has to be in charge. And I'm telling you, like I just don't know. So like I said, I don't want to offend people. I'm sorry, but it's like, what do we do? Like, what do we generally do? I want people to wake up because you can't work every day. It doesn't work out. My mom did that in her generation. It barely worked out. If I do the same thing in my generation, it's lessly working out now. So I'm like, hey, wake up, find Christ, don't obey the world, don't agree on the world. As much as I like to help the world, that's not much I can do. For example, if something's happening in Oklahoma, what do you want me to do? There's certain laws there, rules there. I'm like, hey, that's Oklahoma. I'm in Vegas. What do you want me to do? I'm in Nevada. It's a whole different state. We were literally a blue state, now we're a red state. We have different rules and changes, and it does how it goes. I understand how this stuff works and affects other states, but it's like, it's a different state. I don't know what to do. I can't do anything. It's not my state. What do you want me to do? Vote for somebody that's not even my state? I have no power there. I can't do anything. And people who are from that state have their own problems, and I understand they have to do their own things, but I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know. I just need help, and I want people to wake up because we can't do this thing anymore. Because think about it. We're living in 1940s, 1930s, 1920s. The movie shows us everything. They tell us the truth in plain sight. We deny it. We accept it. We do it. And like I said, it doesn't make sense. We can't live like this. We can't do this anymore. And like I said, protest all we want, do things all we want, revolutionize all we want. We have to just all stop at one point because it's not right. Right now, with small things here and there, I understand how it's beneficial, but at the same time, it doesn't make a dent. And then sometimes we're helping the wrong thing as a Christian. Because some people will support certain things. Like, for example, a lot of people do not like the creator of Harry Potter because she's transphobic, right? Saying a trans woman is not a woman. And then for me, I'm like, well, it's true. You cannot be a woman because you have your DNA, your instincts, and everything. And then the world's are going to modify that with everything that's happening as inhuman, the way the leaders are doing everything in now today's day and age for the past 127 years or so, right? And then that's in the UK. I'm talking about a person in the UK. Why am I going to hate a person in the UK that I don't know? Because think about it. If a person in the UK says that, a full-grown adult, and you're hating on them, right? But then what happens if a kid says that? You know, like let's say you are trans in your family, you have a younger sibling. The younger sibling says, "Hey, you're not that. You changed, but you're not that." Are you just gonna hate on that kid, punish the kid like you do online and everything? Like I generally don't understand why we're hating somebody across. Like I understand that there are reasonings to hate people, and it's not right to hate people as much as it makes you feel right. And I'm sorry the way that I am, and I generally have done bad things too, and I'm sorry that that's the way I am, but we're only human, and I'm sorry for that, but it's like, we can't do this, and I don't know what to say or do, because we can do everything, and it doesn't make a dent, but if we follow Christ and ignore the world, even though we're not fixing the world or helping the world, if we follow Christ, it will be okay, because, for example, if I refuse to get this in my hand, and I have access to nothing, I would rather starve and die than to do anything worldly, or accept to be part of it, because I believe in Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, where He died on the cross and rose 3 days later for us, for our sins. And like I said, I like to help out other places as I can to the best of my abilities, but I feel like we all need to wake up, stop living worldly, start living Christian biblically, and just wake up, because no matter what you do in this world to help somebody, it's always like a catch. It doesn't work out. There's a loophole. Like, for example, if you want somebody to stop shopping at Walmart, DEI, right? Well, think about it. I used to not have a car or a license, and to get to work I had to take the bus an hour and a half to get there. Something that can take me like a 10-minute drive is like an hour 30 on bus, because I had 2 buses. One passing my job and then one coming back halfway. Well, I had to do that because I had to go to work. And then for those people who do not have vehicles, respect them to shop somewhere else, because they can't walk that far somewhere else. Or maybe they cannot afford other places. And it's like, there is, as much as we like to help and do things, there's always something that cannot other people do. Like my ex, she chooses not to shop at certain places, but I choose to shop here because I financially can here. And even though it's probably not a good company, I can't afford Costco every time. I cannot afford Albertsons because it's out of my way driving there. And then what about my work? I work for a company that's not a good company. I don't recommend working there. Great benefits, but you use those benefits for what that job has done to you. And then, for example, I don't have another job. We all know the marketing job is horrible, with and without degrees. So it's like, yeah, I can go to college for everything. It's like, it's not even guaranteed a job. And then I can find another job, it's not guaranteed. And this is the best job I got. I don't like it. Nobody likes what they do in life, but here I am. So when people protest my company, and then it's like, all right, what do you want me to do? Be homeless? I have to work. And then if YouTube does the ID thing, what am I gonna do? Stop to not do Twitch? It's by the same company. Like no matter what you do, there's always gonna be something bad. Now, for example, I generally don't shop at Walmart a lot because I don't have to go to Walmart a lot. I just don't. I go to Smith's. It's a company owned by Kroger. I just shop where I can, do what I can. Like I don't do things worldly. I just wake up, eat a healthy breakfast if I can. I'll go to work, do what I do. Quiet quitting because we all know it's not worth it. Come home. I'll study for maybe a little bit. Watch a show. Like I said, you work a 10-hour shift. You're tired. You don't feel like doing anything. Days off. But right now, I don't know what to do anymore. And I'm still recovering from the breakup. I hope she's doing well and everything. But like I said, I want to find my partner in life. Like out of everything in my life, I believe that having a family and a kid is a blessing from the Lord to spread the gospel and live holy, because you're not supposed to be alone in this world. You're not. And I was like, hey, you see Spy Family, and you're like, hey, I like that. I want to have that. I feel like that's like a goal for a lot of people, right? And for me, my ex, it didn't work out. I'm a Christian. She's not. She has certain beliefs that go against my beliefs. And it's like, hey, this is good for me, it's bad for her, or that's good for her, but it's bad for me. And it's like, as much as I love her and I want to get back together with her, I don't think it's going to work out because I'm a Christian. And I can't go with the world. As much as I want to, I can't. There's certain no's for me that's unchangeable. And even if I want to help her in certain things, it's like, well, she has to accept the help, right? Like, even if it has nothing to do with Christianity, it's like you still have to do stuff you don't want to do. And if people don't want to hear that, you can't do anything about it, Like, for example, LGBTQ. I have a question. From what I understand, 60 years ago, that's what I understand. 60 years ago, all you wanted was marriage, right? Like, legalize marriage, have a house and everything, and don't be judged, right? But nowadays, it's more pushed, from what I understand, because during COVID, I just started noticing pronouns. I'm like, I don't do trends back then. I wasn't really caring to the news. I was just playing Super Smash Bros. Stuff like that. And then I questioned it. Like, I'm like, pronouns. Why are people doing this? Like, is it a trend? I'm like, it's not wrong, but it's like, is it trending? Like, I don't know. And then when I came back to school, I did 1 year online, and then afterwards I did my last year in high school, and then I started noticing a lot of it throughout high school, and I'm like, what happened? Because I don't do social media like that. I had it for memes, iFunny, like I had a meme page and everything back in the day, and it's like I was genuinely confused. Like, hey, what's that? I genuinely didn't know. Like, I know what gay is, I know what lesbian is, but like everything else, I'm like, hey, what's that? And people look at me so confused, and I was like, I'm offending them, and then the cancel culture, and then I trained myself to say y'all instead of guys, because I hear people saying guys, and you say this, you're gonna get canceled and hated on. I'm like, I don't want to do anything. Like, my life barely even started. And then comedy, I want to become a comedian. That's when I did high school. Once I didn't want to go to college, I didn't know what to do. So I didn't because I don't want people to go throughout suffering. I thought smiling like Luffy would do to people to smile and bring liberation. So I thought I'd do the same thing with comedy, do my videos. But the way the world is, it's like, if I do a video now and make a funny video, do a stand-up comedy, I can make a gaming video, but the world's still horrible. Like, do I still do my job, become a writer? Do I make videos? Do I play video games? Do I enjoy anything that I have in my room? Video games, manga, books. I can study. I can go on my phone. I can play on my 2DS and play Pokemon White because it's my childhood. But the world's still horrible. The system isn't changing no matter what I do in this world. And so we voted. It doesn't work. We protest. It doesn't work. It's like, what do I do? Like, do I have a purpose? Do I keep doing this? Like, I don't know. Like, I'll read the Bible and pray and do everything because I have more faith in that than working a 9 to 5, going to college, getting a career, having a successful life. Like, I generally don't know. Because I seen a homeless woman in a video offered either drugs or money, and she's like, neither. And the guy was like generally confused, and he decided that it was, it was like one of those prank videos or something, and it's like he actually generally cared enough to the point that he just, hey, can I just finish this video just talking about this? Cause why? Like, what's your situation? I was like, he just changed, right? And she said she was a Christian. She just lost everything, has no family, by herself, everything, right? And then it's like, hey, she has faith in the Lord. She may not know nothing about politics. May not have nothing. She probably can't even vote. Can't do anything. But she has faith in that. She's faith in the Bible, Jesus, God. Where I have everything that I can do. Like, I have a computer, I have a web camera, I have a mic, I have everything. I have a computer. I have medicine. No, I got vitamins. I got medicine. She doesn't even have any of that. And yet she has more faith and less worry than I have. And all of us, because she has faith in God. I don't even know if she's alive today. Or whenever he was. But think about it. Back in Mexico, I'm first generation. I've been to Mexico, and that literally humbled me growing up. And that's probably why I'm serious now. And also, why are you so serious growing up? Have you been in Mexico at 10 years old? On the ranch? And like, that's a different lifestyle. It changed me. Like, I genuinely was like, oh, I'm gonna bring my Pokemon cards, my Beyblades, and I want to bring my Omnitrix and my DS. And like, my dad was like, nothing. You're just gonna come with your clothes on your back, and you're gonna go, and you're gonna see. And I saw him like, that's different. And every state's different, every place is different, everybody has their own laws and cultures. I understand that. Something is good, something is bad. I'm not a fan of California's laws. It's a bit liberal for me. I'm not a fan of Texas because it's too red for me. Vegas, it's a hit or miss. It's will literally change for the money. That's literally all it. And it's like, I don't know. I have faith in the Bible and I have faith in God. It's like the way we are, it doesn't make sense. And it's not going to change anytime soon, from what I understand. And I believe you should read the Bible, have faith and everything. I'm not repeating this, but this is how I am. This is how I function. And then, like I said, like for example, I'm gonna go back to that one topic I was going to earlier, LGBTQ. It just happened, it spread it, and then it kept going on and on and on, and then it's like here we are now, where it's in schools. I don't think it should belong in schools. Kids should not be taught that. They're kids. If I didn't knew it growing up, my parents didn't know it growing up. Why should they? Why should we? It's not obligated to teach somebody they have nothing to know about. Now, for example, if you grew up this, that's fine, because you grew up this. Does it make it right? No, as a Christian, I do not think it's right, because you're living by the flesh, not by the spirit. But that's a different story, that you are doing this because you grew up into this. You were never taught this, right? Like for me, I grew up Catholic. I was born and raised Catholic. I left that and became a Christian. I am not a Catholic. I am not Orthodox. I am not Protestant. I am not anything. I am a follower of Christ. I am a Christian. I believe in the Word of God. And I will follow it to this very day. And I will still follow that versus the world. And like I said, I'd rather have that than anything else, because you can have your science and history and studies and everything, but for me, I'm like, hey, it's the same thing with Frankenstein. Frankenstein did that, and everybody called him a monster. Does that mean he's right? I don't know. Sometimes it's stupid, but I'm like, is it? Just think about it. I'm not sure what the history of LGBTQ, and I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody, but think about it like this. Sesame Street. Sesame Street now has LGBTQ and supports Pride Month. I don't think that's good. That's not something you should show kids at all. And then a story about that is that, for example, Bert and Ernie. We all grew up on Sesame Street. I think everybody has at one point. I have seen it. And I never thought about it. I just thought, hey, Bert and Ernie. Ernie is the younger brother. Bert is the older brother. That's what I thought. I'm like, oh, they're brothers. They're friends. Like, I didn't question. I'm like, they're family. They're family. They're friends. They're brothers. I did not think about anything through growing up thinking it's LGBTQ. And throughout, I saw an article about this. And it's like, hey, the LGBTQ is mad that these characters aren't queer or gay or anything. And the creators of these puppets and Sesame Street were like, it's a puppet. There's nothing below the puppet. It is a puppet. We're here to teach preschoolers ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, colors, culture. Like, remember that what was her name? I think it was like Rosita. Like, it was like a blue puppet, right? It taught me a lot about Mexico, my own stuff. Like, my dad taught me everything, right? Because he's from there. And then it's like, we know what we have, and it will teach you the basic stuff and like everything, right? Like Mr. Rogers and everything. Yes, I know it's DEI. Yes, I know it's cultural, but there's a difference and there's a limit and there's certain things that are yes and no from what I believe in. And like I said, if the creators tell you there is nothing to do with this in any way, shape, or form, and it was never plotted to be like that in any way, shape, or form, leave it like that. So I don't understand why does that organization think it's continuing to do this with articles that says you have to copyright certain things and do certain things because, well, if they tell you, hey, it's not that, it's not that, leave it like that. But no, they keep going on and on and on and on, and it's like, well, heck, I think the article ended with like them saying, hey, as long as it could be, we're happy. And then I guess that's where it left off. Because now look what we have in Sesame Street, which I'm like, that's not something you should teach to a kid or show to a kid. Now people can say all their lives, oh, it's always like that, or it's always been like this. But I'm like, yeah, I understand that. There's like certain shows we grew up on, like for example, today's day and age. Gumball, the old Gumball, new Gumball, there were always DEI, there was always this and this and this in it. Like there was always topics like Adventure Time, regular show, Steven Universe, and a bunch of other shows, right? But for me, I believe Steven Universe is a good show, but because I grew up on it. But looking into it, I'm like, I'm not really a fan. Why LGBT? Why I'm not a hater? It's just not my thing. Same with the Owl House. Even though it may be a good cartoon, I'm not gonna watch it. Because Christians have different beliefs. Some believe if this is tempting you, you stop. So others don't. For example, I had an old high school buddy. Loved anime. Went to every con, everything, collected everything. He just got rid of everything because he's like, that was his temptation, sin, right? And that was keeping him because he was living worldly. And for me, that's music. I used to listen to a bunch of music. Like I just had a bunch of playlists from middle school, never updated it. And I'm like, hey, I shouldn't listen to this because it's not worldly. It's like the artist is going against God and saying and everything, right? So if it goes against God, I wouldn't watch it. Now people can argue with me saying with One Piece, the way Toei Animation draws Nami, Robin, Boa, Vivi, and like every character. But I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't affect me versus the music. The music affects me, so I'm not gonna listen to a lot of music. And then, like I said, my buddy, it was anime. For me, it's music. And then for me, I don't want to support shows or watch certain things. So like the entire plot is just that, And then I know Steven Universe is a lot more like trauma and then figuring out yourself and everything. But I'm not really a fan of it. Like for example, as a Christian, would I watch Has Been Hotel? Never. That literally mocks God. It goes against God. It's like everything. Why would I watch a show about the devil and supporting it, right? And then it makes us, like Christians, look bad. Like how the story is written. I'm like, that's not how it goes, so I wouldn't watch it. Some people could say I'm bad at this, good, but I'm like, hey, if I don't want to watch something because it generally goes against God, I'm not going to watch it. Hear it, play it, you name it. Like I probably have a bunch of video games I should even play. Like for example, some people can play Diablo 4 but not play Call of Duty because of zombies. And some people can play Call of Duty Zombies but not play Diablo 4 because of Diablo 4 so demonic. It's honestly a personal conviction from what I understand, but I'm not a perfect Christian, so I don't know. But I just don't think certain things should be in this world, like at all. And everything's a mocking of us and everything. I'm pretty sure this video has gone astray at one point, but for example, if that community is so focused on a puppet, it's a puppet. Let it just be a puppet. Like it doesn't make sense at this point that we went from just living in this world to making the world. For example, if you have pronouns, right? Like for example, mine technically would be he, him, right? Because if somebody doesn't know me, they'll be like, oh, that guy over there with glasses, or he, like, he, where is he? Oh yeah, he's over there, Oh yeah, I was just talking about him, right? That's how you use it. But if you tell me first, all my pronouns are he, they, and I'd be like, what do you mean they? It's only one. There's no group of people. So why would you use that? For example, if we use um, anything else like zai or whatever that one is, doesn't make sense. Even though there may be logic behind it, I wouldn't use that. Like, why would I? Like, it's like I remember it just became a trend throughout COVID, and I'm like, why? What happened? It just happened during COVID and just skyrocketed up since. And then, like, for example, if we don't use it, you can get hurt in today's day world. For example, 2023 or 2024, I think it was, a teacher in California got fired for refusing to call a biological boy a girl because of religious reasons. Because she was like Catholic, I think, right? But I'm like, that doesn't make sense. How can you get fired and lose your entire career over that one little thing? It doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense. And first of all, it's a boy. It doesn't know any difference. You can say, oh, you knew it from that young of an age. I thought I was a two-headed pterodactyl transformer, an Autobot from Rise. Was it Rise of the Beast? No. Dark Moon? I don't remember. Transformers 4 of the Bayverse, right? I'm not a fan of the Bayverse, but I saw it. I'm like, hey, that's me. Nowadays, I'm like, hey, I was not. And people can call me toxic for this, but it's like, hey, there's a lot of stuff I thought I was. Like I said, I wanted piercings. I don't want that no more. I wanted a full sleeve tattoo of Studio Ghibli movies. As nice as that would be, I don't want that. On my calves, I wanted the Thousand Sunny on my right calf and the Going Merry on my left calf as a tattoo. I don't even want that no more. See how it means growing up? And that was me in middle school, high school. I generally wanted tattoos. I don't want them now. I thought that was going to fix everything. It did not fix anything. This did not fix anything. I didn't get earrings. I never got my ears pierced. My dad did the exact same thing and he regrets it. My dad regrets doing what the world told him to do. And that's what I'm telling you. You shouldn't obey the world. Because the world can tell you, this is okay, do this, follow this. It's not okay. You gotta do things Christianity, not worldly. My dad thought the same thing I did. Let me get that, like, throughout the era. Let me get piercings, let me get my ears pierced and get all this stuff clipped on. He has not worn since. He doesn't wear it at all. And I see him from a different era. Pictures of his wedding. I'm like, wow, that was different, huh? Like, for example, disco. Everybody thought disco was the truth. Does anybody do disco? No. If somebody did disco now, what's going to happen? Nothing. Like, it generally doesn't do anything because, like, it's disco. It died. It doesn't bring relevance no more. If we did that, people would make fun of you. Hairstyle, everything. Pants, you name it. But same thing with certain things. It can bring you truth and happiness, but it's not because it's from the world. And I feel like people need to wake up with working and careers and just find God, because it doesn't work. I know I've been talking for an hour, but it's just what I want to say. And then, like I said, growing up, I thought I was a lot of things, liked a lot of shows. Like, for example, I grew up on Yu-Gi-Oh!, loved it to death. I always played the card game. And nowadays, I hate it. Don't want anything to do with it. I don't want to play it, don't want to collect it, don't want to watch the shows, nothing. That was my whole thing growing up. And that's exactly what I'm talking to y'all about the world now. When it can come to something as simple as LGBTQ, other organizations, series, worldly things, you name it. Because we live in a time without this. Like, we live in a certain time without certain manga, or a certain series, or certain anything. Because, for example, we used to live in a time before disco. And disco was the newest thing, revolutionary, now it's not. And same thing. The way we are living worldly, like, for example, if I do my YouTube thing, and if I stop doing it, what do? I'll become a writer. There's always something the world can offer you, because that's the world offering it to you, not God. God never told us to work a 9 to 5 and then become a rock star. No, he didn't. You could. Not stopping you. God gave everybody free will. So when people blame God and be like, hey, God did this, why doesn't God fix this? God doesn't have to do anything. We have to do this. We did this to ourselves. We allowed this to happen. And people say, "Oh, it's nothing." Well, for example, I don't want to offend nobody. I'm sorry if I have, and I apologize. But think about it like this: it all started with pronouns during 2020, and here we are now. It, I don't get it. A teacher lost her job for that. I don't think that's all right. And if you're telling me your kid knows that they're trans at the age of 6, that doesn't make sense. Like, I remember growing up in elementary school, I went to Disneyland when I was a young age because my parents came and wanted me to have a good childhood and a good career and a good life, right? I went to Disneyland and Legoland. I think I was pretty young when I went to Disneyland first, and I was a little bit older when I went to Legoland. And then let's see, I had an orange sweater, very fluffy. I didn't like it. I hated it. I thought it looked ugly because it was orange. But I had like Goofy and Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck on it. I think it's like what, 2007, 2008. Like, I don't know. I was like in elementary school when I had that. And I have no memories of the park, except one last thing before we left. I have no memories of Disneyland, except we went to like a little free area. It's like a park, like a rest stop. You know, like there's like 3 benches, and then there's like slides. Like, something you find in a public park, like in the Mickey Mouse Park or something, right? Like a little rest area. That's like the only thing I can remember. And I remember hating that sweater, wanting to get rid of it, throwing it in the trash at school. Like, I just didn't want it. And it's like, if that was my mindset then, nowadays I would have been like, I would have kept that to this day. It's probably donated now. I don't have anything of my childhood. I think my parents still have like like the, oh, your little baby gloves when you had that when you were a kid, or I still have maybe a first pair of diapers or something, like photos. Like, my parents have a lot of stuff from the 90s. I still have my VCH tapes, DVDs, you name it. Because think about it, we live in a world now where we trust technology, and now it's going against us, even though we quietly agreed with it. The fingerprint, face scan, AI for writing, helping, everything, you name it. You have streaming services, which is now basically upgraded cable, but it's not. People don't need. We had DVDs. We had cable. We had streaming. And we're going to go back to DVDs. Look what everything's now. Everything's restricted and locked. We can't have freedom. And we did this to ourselves. Like, for example, the laws and everything that are going on with, like, Steam, right? Like, all the ID thing and the credit card companies. Well, example. I have DVDs that I just got on Sunday. Feast. Never seen it. Christain. Great movie. Great book. I prefer the book more. Species 3. Species 4. Xbox games physical. Link's crossbow training, and then I got Donkey Kong. I would rather have something physical than digital, because I was never properly a fan of tech, even though I wanted to do a career in tech. Because I never had tech. So I thought doing something in tech would help and make me feel accomplished. I never had games, so I'll make my own, one day. And now I'm looking back at them I didn't go to college like I was supposed to. I just dropped and didn't want to do that no more. Do I regret that? Kinda, not really. Because look at the world we are now. My mom did everything to become a nurse. She couldn't do it. Kinda did. If I was to do the same thing, is that guarantee a job? No. The way the world is, everything's controlling us? No. We can protest and have everything against us. It does not make a difference. State, world, country, UK, Canada, Japan, Asia, Antarctica, America. Don't matter where you go, what you do. Problems. But we only can blame one person, one organization. But here we are. Like, for example, I learned today bowling was demonic. I'm like, how did I know that? Exactly. We didn't know that. 9 pins, now it's 10. If it's 10, it's not demonic. It's not. It was only if it was 9. I don't know anything about the world. As much as I would like to learn, it's gonna hurt you. I'm not saying you shouldn't do your research and shouldn't prepare yourself, but it's like, have faith in Lord. Like I said, that homeless woman had nothing. She has more faith than anybody of us and more prepared than anybody of us. And then, like I said, I'm tired. Don't know what to do. We should all wake up. I'm tired. I don't know what to do. But that's my story. I don't know what to do anymore. Don't know my purpose. Don't know if I should just making videos anymore. I'm tired. Physically, mentally, spiritually. Work. Career. Possibly not working out in the future, regardless of what you do or how hard you do it. I miss my ex. I want to be back with her. I miss her very dearly. But I don't know if it's going to work because, like I said, I'm a Christian. She's not. I can help her. But unless she accepts the help, I can't do anything. I kind of want to beg for her back, but I don't know what to do. And like I said, there's a lot going on in this world. And it's like, I don't know. I'm tired. Done. Organizations. The world. Medically. Financially. Spiritually. Physically. 9 to 5. Careers. College. Everything. I don't know. And here I am supposed to be just making videos for YouTube while playing Donkey Kong, right? Or if I was to watch an anime on Crunchyroll. Like, for example, Assassination Classroom. Remember that? Great series. What did I do about that? We can't, like, the way it's happening now, we probably have very limited access to internet now. Go to a library. Anime could be banned or a lot more harder. Tear-ups are affecting us. Like, Switch prices have been up $50. I don't know if you knew this, but we're getting rid of the penny because it takes 3 pennies to make 1 penny. So I was like, with all this knowledge and all this info and all this stuff that we do, what do? We are doing this, and it doesn't make a dent. So I want everybody to wake up, because I'm waking up, and the fact that it took me with my ex that we broke up to realize this, and it hurts me because, like I said, she's liberal, she does certain things, and she has a lot more knowledge because I know she had the books of like 1984 and so forth. But it's like, I don't know, I had more faith in God than I did with the world. I didn't want to study it, and now I know a lot more now because I did research and did a lot of stuff now, which I didn't do throughout the relationship. And it's like, well, now I know more or less like her, but it's like, it's I don't know, it's not making a dent. Like I said, you can stop shopping at Walmart, go to Costco, but the water's poisoning us, and then the food companies that sell there are bad too, or let's say the certain clothes companies, like shirts or pants you can get there, like, oh, that's a bad company. But it's like, everything is bad. Everything. You can't find a single good thing in this world. Not one company. One. And can you survive that one company? No. If you find that company, no. No, Costco supports DEI but sells poisonous water. Like, what do you want us to do? Like, it's not, you can't find a win-win. You just can't. The world will always be against you. So, I'm tired. Help me. Wake up. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't know what to do. I work for nothing. I work for scrap. Money means nothing. I don't have a partner in my life. I miss my ex. I love her to death. Still do. I want to have a kid one day. I want to have a family one day. I believe that's a great blessing. Doesn't look like there's any type of thing happening with the woman in this world. The way the world is, the dating scene, everything. I don't want anything in the world. I don't. And I'm tired. Like I said, the first half of this video was about simply wake up, fall to reality, and the second half just becomes waking up to anything, or the way the world is, and I'm just tired. So like I said, that's my story. I didn't think about much just growing up. First job, didn't think much, I was in retail. Didn't really care. Second job, barely made into it, didn't really care. Halfway throughout, I'm like, alright, Mr. Reality, it sucks, I'm tired, doesn't make sense. Even without political thinking or certain things, it just doesn't seem like it's going to make a dent. And I'm tired. So please, let me know in the comments down below. What's your opinion? What do you think? What should I do? Do you agree with me? Am I tired? Am I suffering? Is anybody else realizing this? Because I don't think we can do this. We just generally cannot. And I don't know. Like I said, I'm just dead tired. I am. I don't know what to do. Do I work for myself? Do I work for a family? Do I work to get back with my ex, knowing that's probably not gonna be a good idea, or is it gonna work out? Like, I don't know. Like, it's like, no matter what you do, does it make sense? Like I said, if I bought these 3 video games today, which I showed you, all these three, and then it's like, hey, then what? Am I gonna make a video, play a video game, and pretend the world isn't on fire? I can enjoy hobbies. Because it's like, well, I could play a video game, but the world's still the same. Well, I could go to college and have a career. The world's still the same. I could travel the world, but the world is not going to change. You're just going to a different part that's a little bit different, but still controlled. Different state you can move to, won't change a thing. Oh, I'm going to move to Japan from America, will not change a thing. I can support different places. We tried, it ain't working. We're donating, not making a dent. Sending money, not making a dent. Supporting this, taking down this, no. Because think about it. It's all by one. So unless you stop worldly and do things biblically, it's not going to work. Because, for example, if we support certain people in this world, people and organizations, because who has the power? We do. It's 100 to 1, right? And then, well, a lot of people will think, hey, it won't make a difference. Well, like I said, you shop at Walmart, you shop at Costco. Costco has poison in water, or so say. And for the safety of my everything, I'm saying allegedly, everything. And like I said, well, I could not shop here, but I'm also going to watch this. Well, why are you watching that? You're supporting this. Okay, let me not watch this. Let me listen to this. Well, it still supports that. So it's like I said, you got to stop living worldly and start living biblically. So, I don't know. I'm tired. That's my opinion. I want to do this video before bed. Probably won't post today. Post it tomorrow. But yeah. I just want to say I'm sorry for everything. I'm sorry. I am apologizing to I don't know who. But I'm just sorry. I'm tired. I don't know what I'm working for. I don't know what I'm doing careerly. I don't know what to do. I have faith in the Lord. But if you expect me to help worldly, I don't think I can. I'm genuinely sorry. But, I don't know. I'm not giving up. I'm not saying I'm not doing nothing. But what I'm doing probably doesn't be approved of people. And I'm sorry. But, we're still here. God gave me another day. For example, if it took me this long to realize after a breakup, that's the same thing with God. It could take everybody 10, 20, 30 years before they find God. But like I said, I don't know what I'm doing for what, but as long as I have God, that'll be good enough for me. I could lose everything for what's going to happen in the next 10 years. But hey, I have God, and I think that's the best thing that could ever happen to me. But like I said, I'm tired. That's really it. And we should all wake up and stop living worldly because of your own reasons, protesting, DI, you name it. But not because of the world, because of biblically. But that's all I'm going to say. And remember, this is my opinion, and this is what I have to say, this is what I understand. And like I said, I'm just tired. I want to just figure out what other people think and see if we can all wake up. Yeah. But that'll be it for today. I have to get ready for tomorrow. Like I said, I can make this video now, do all this, and like I said, hey, tomorrow, with all the world in chaos, what I gotta do tomorrow? Oh, let me just wash my car, mop, sweep the house, maybe wash the carpet, shampoo it. I gotta vacuum it first, and then let's see. Do I have to do anything? Oh, I have to clean my room. Exactly. You gotta do all this, but it doesn't fix the world. I can do this, listen to this, do that. But it's like, I don't know. It's like I said, I'm tired. I don't know anymore. I don't know. Like for example, my own computer thing can be against me because it's technology, and then the person who created this technology, from the monitor, to camera, to the mic, to the system, to the keyboard, to everything of every company. People think, oh, this company's better. Oh no, this company's better. It's the same thing. It's the same person. not good people. For example, iPhone, not good people. Bill Gates, not a good person. Everybody, not a good person. So hey, what do I do? I don't know. But hey, wake up, find God. That's all I can say. Yes, I understand. It's nice to help and do everything, but there's only so much we can do as a human. Because right now, tomorrow, like I said, I'm not even gonna focus on any of this. I gotta wash my car, clean the inside of my car, take out everything out of my trunk, sweep the house, mop the house, go to the gym, study for an hour for a career that I don't even know it's guaranteed or not. I might play a video game. I could organize my shelves, clean up my room. It's like I said, it's dirty and stuff, and it's not the best, but it is what it is. Like for example, let me just move my camera somewhat. Like see, like I got my clothes and everything over there, books and everything, and then I got like my shelf and all that. And like I said, what do? I clean my room, work for a future I do not have. I don't know what my life would be. Am I gonna find my wife one day? Am I gonna even have a wife? Am I gonna live long enough to have a wife? Am I gonna have a kid? With the world, the school, everything, what am I fighting for? There's a lot of problems, but I still want to continue and have a family one day, but does it look like it? I was like, my parents lost nothing throughout the ages because we had faith in Christ, and we've been through a lot. 2008 market crash, 9/11, and then everything, right? Many people can blame other people, or many people can blame that one people, That's like, hey, I don't know. We all gotta do what we all gotta do to survive in this world, but hey, it doesn't make it that. Yeah. I don't know. I truly don't know. I'm tired. I'm not giving up. I'm not suicidal. I'm not crazy. I'm just tired. I'm just generally tired. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Because no matter what you do, it does not make a dent. But we should keep fighting. Biblically, Christianity. Just trust me. Ignore the world. Fight the world. And you gain everything. Because we're suffering now to endure heaven. Or you enjoy now to get to hell. That's all I'm going to say. But like I said, I should really stop. I have to go to bed. But yeah. I still got to clean up and everything and do some other stuff before I go to bed. And it's like, I'm tired. I'm 21. Can you see this? You see how dark this is? And then, well, you can't tell because I don't have a good camera, right? This is from like, what? Red Dragon Night with a Good Company, I think, right? I got dark. It's like very dark. I got raccoon eyes. I got bangs. I'm tired. I got the body of a 30-year-old and I'm 21. Yeah. Well, that's my opinion. Wake up, everybody. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm tired. I'm going to do a prayer with everybody, if that's alright. This is the prayer I do, and it's in the Bible. So, thank you for watching and supporting me. And I'm going to do a prayer before we go. And this is also my prayer before bed. Our Father in heaven, hallowed by your name. Your kingdom come, and your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us of our debts, as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. Lord, I thank you for these blessings. Thank you for everything. I pray that everything will be alright in the end. The world may be against me, but everything shall be fine. I pray and have faith. I pray that everybody finds you one day, that the world shall be healed. Everything will be alright. Thank you for your blessings and your punishments, for as both of them will be beneficial. I pray that the world will be healed, and that you may return one day. Thank you for everything. In Jesus' name, amen. And that's my prayer. So please, stay safe. The prayer goes, the first part, and then you can add whatever you want. But basically it's like, our Father in heaven, hallowed by your name. Your kingdom come, and your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us of our debts, as we've forgiven our debtors. lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. And then you can say whatever else. For that prayer helps you and structurizes you. Like literally, give us today our bread. Give us what we need. Give us what we need, not I get what I want. Deliver us from the evil one and protect us. Forgive everybody, so we forgive ourselves. For example, I'm not a good person as I was in middle school. I changed. I used to be a bully somewhat. I'm not happy about that, but hey, I'm sorry I did that. Can't change that. I'm not going to redo that again. A lot of people do bad stuff in their lives a lot worse than I did. They regret it. Forgive yourself and forgive them. And just believe in God, right? But yeah, the prayer is structure. The Bible is structure. Because remember, it's the most hated thing in the world. For good reason, because it's the truth. So yeah. Follow the truth. Have faith in the truth. Don't follow the world. And don't trust the world. It's not going to do any good. Now I'm saying just stop living. But live right. You could become a writer like me. Or go to college and have a career. Or have a trades. Or like my dad and mom. Be a parent. But have faith. Whatever you're going to do, have faith in God and make sure it's the right thing to do. The correct thing to do. That we all need to wake up. But that's really it. So I thank you for watching my video thoroughly if you have. Thank you. So please. Thank you. I pray that we will all be healed one day and God can return. You may not believe it, but this is what I have to say because it's my opinion. Wake up, everybody. Thank you so much for hearing me out. Have a blessed day. I pray for our safety. Thank you.